and welcome to Superhero Intervention. I'm your host, Diana Prince, but you can call me Wonder Woman. Here with my co-host, Bruce Wayne, also known as Batman. Today we'd like to begin by getting you to think. What happens when there are no teachers in our classrooms? Chaos. So what happens when there are no leaders in our communities because everyone's too shy to take that step up? Chaos. You know, a pastor by the name of A.R. Bernard said these words. He said, ordinary people did extraordinary things when their circumstances made a demand on their potential. So today I've called my fellow superheroes here to discuss two very important issues facing many young people today: bullying and shyness. So without further ado, let me introduce our first speaker for tonight, SpiderMan.
Look, I'll admit it. Before my superpowers, I wasn't captain of the football team. I wasn't homecoming king. But I was an honor student in chemistry, and I must say, I was considered dangerous in the board game War of Warlords. Nevertheless, I was completely useless to everyone, especially my Aunt May. But when that spider bit me on that science trip, everything changed. The web shooters, the sticky fingers, I was empowered in ways the school bully Flash Thompson would never be. I started saving people, started nicking guys like Green Goblin and Dr. Ock. It was then when I realized who I really was. This was the real Peter Parker hidden behind a set of spectacles. Before my superpowers, I was a nerdy chemistry kid who wanted to contribute to the world, but didn't know how. All I needed was the right tool to help step out the shell I had made for myself throughout the years. Look at me now. I'm wearing nylon tights with the real superhero.
Thank you, Spider-Man. That was very influential. Now time for our next speaker, Superman.
Years old. That's when it all began. In a classroom at that. The X-ray vision came first. Then the small, almost unnoticeable sounds came next. The whispers being muttered. The pencils scratching on the paper. The hands on the clock ticking all became much more prominent. I ran out the classroom scared and hid in the janitor's closet. My teacher came out and brought the whole class with her. As she jiggled the doorknob, I heard my classmates saying, "What a freak! What's wrong with you?" You'd be surprised how creative those kids got. But then my mom came to come pick me up, and I asked her, what was wrong with me? And what she told me was why I was a hero today. She said, the world is too big for one person to understand it all. So narrow it down to what matters to you at that moment. And what mattered to me at that moment was those I care about. I would do anything for the people I care about. So I decided to ignore the names, disregard the thoughts I heard so loudly. It was only then who I can embrace who I am. Now, I'm wearing nylon tights with the real superheroes.
Thank you, Superman. That was so inspiring. And I know everyone in our live studio audience felt it too.
This is great. Your circumstances caused you to use your potential. Then you made the decision to take action. Here's a great illustration about decisions. There were 3 frogs on a lily pad. One frog decided to jump off. How many frogs are on that lily pad? You may think 2, but actually there's still 3 frogs. Here's why. That one frog decided to jump. He didn't take action just yet. Until you turn decisions into actions, you'll still be sitting on that lily pad.
Okay, well that's all for this week, folks. This is Diana Prince and Bruce Wayne saying thank you and good night.